So this is the third session. Okay, we said that this if statement will cater for the condition that we reach the end of the hash table, and then we would like to go to index 0. So that's how it works. So after the while loop finish, so whatever index we have, we will store the record key. So typically, we already know that the modulus function will use the maximum value or even the size of this hash table. So it means that there must be a place for our record key inside the hash table. There must be a place. The problem is that we don't know which index to put. So after the while loop, there must be an index that we already find, an empty index for us to put our record key. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say, let me have a fast look at the code. So that is insert hash. Let me share with you. So here is the hash table. So I make it an hash array of 5, and then I called. Okay, and then I put keys. I put 5 keys here. So this is the keys. This is similar to what we have seen in the slide. Okay, and then
Okay. Yes.
what I write here, because always I like to have an idea about what is running. So I write the hash table length and maybe as upper bound. So do you know how to use upper bound?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So and then I said I would like to insert a hash key for every place inside the hash table. So I looked. Okay, so this is for every key here. I would like to insert something in the hash table. I will get a key from here. For did you use before for each key as an integer in keys?
No.
So you know how to use it. Perfect. So I
don't.
No, you didn't. This is new.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so
yes.
the typical way that you would be calling here, this is an array, right?
Yes.
So you know that there is array size, and then the typical way how you write the for loop. So for maybe for I, and then what do you write next? 2
is equal to 0.
Okay. Oh. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. 2.
The max. So.
Okay.
4.
So this is the keys, right? You want to. So keys, you can use length, right?
Yes.
And do we need to put
minus 1?
Okay. So this
yes.
is a typical way, right? But
yes.
An easy way. Yeah. Let me just tell you one information here. This kind of for loops actually give you an extra advantage. If you want to access, so if you use this kind of for loop, the key here, you cannot pass it like that. You have to put I like that.
Yes.
Okay. But the advantage, okay. So that is a way, okay, and it will tell you how many times if you want to increment something. So this have a usage. This kind of for loop have a usage. When you create an integer like that, and then you keep looping using that integer, it have a usage. But the easy way for me, it's an easy way. I say for this name, it's a variable name that I can put it as I as anything. but it must be of the same type of this. So I would say what this for each say, it is saying for each integer inside keys, execute that kind
insert
of
hash.
Insert hash. Okay. So but whatever you name here, you have to use it the same here. So if you call it I, because this is responsible for getting you the values, single values from inside the loop, from inside, sorry, the array. So you put I here, you have to put I here also. But it's always good that you give a meaningful. So if this is keys, if this is array of keys, it means that a single value for me is a key, right? So I pass a key here. Okay, you can call it record keys, record key, whatever, but you have to use here also the same. Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay, so let us run and let me show you that part. So after this, we will try to also check the function that is called find hash or search for hash. Yeah. So that is the function that we created here, hash function. This is a hash function that we are going to call. That is search hash. So this is the insert hash, and I have a line here. So this is the hash index. So please, so you see this print line, and that carries the length, and this indicates the upper bound of the hash table. So we created an array that is from 0 to 5, right? So it have 6 places, and the upper bound is 5, and the length is 6. I think this is easy, right? So I print here hash index, and then I try to so this hash index, this is the output of the hashing function. I converted that to string to be able to print it out. So it but again it showed me 0. I should have put a space here, but I don't want to run again because it will take some time. So it showed me hash index 0 2 2 4 1. So you see here, you see this 2, this means that there will be a collusion, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so again, after I do that, let me see if I'm able to there is some issue here. Let me see. Parse integer. Let me see. This, what line is that? 250. 250. Let me see. I think this is something that is not related to what we're trying to execute here. 250. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Search key. Yeah. Okay. Search key. I should input a value to search for. So let me carry that, and then I run again so that it doesn't. The point here that after we executed that insert hash, now we have a hash table that is full of record keys, okay, and they are stored at special indexes. So we are only able to know what have been inserted here inside the hash table after we make a search. So this is a search hash. So search hash, he will take an input from me. You know how to read the line from console, right?
Yes.
So any line read from console is a string, right? You know that?
Yes.
And I will pass it, and then I will convert it to integer to become a search key. And then I will pass this search key here to my function, search hash. So I will pass it the hash table that I already fill inside here, insert hash. And then he will go through everywhere here to trying to find the key. But again, he will not search. That, you know, the beauty of this hashing thing, that he doesn't have to go in the array and search one by one. He will calculate the hash. He will use the hash function to go exactly to the place, the proper place. But of course, this can be slightly not 100% exact, because like you see here, there is two hash codes the same, right? So it means that there is a collusion only
Yes.
on two places. But other than that, using, if I use a search key, is a search hash, and then I use a function, search hash, let me see here. So this is a function. I also use the hash function. So I pass it a record key I want to search for, and then I want to know the exact place inside the array so I can go and get it exactly. So it will give me an index. I will try to check if the index here or whatever is stored inside the hash table is equal actually the record key or not. If it is not, this means that I have to start to search inside here. So I make a total searches. This is a counter. I initiate it to 0. I want to know how many times I will search for that record key. So this is a while loop, and then I will return an index. Okay. So the point here that if the index, the hash function, tell me go to, for example, index 2. I know there is a collusion at index 2, right? So it means that when I go to index 2, I might not find my record key inside. I might find another record key. So it means that I will start executing whatever inside here, right? So here I will increment the index. This is just to tell us what's happening. I will show you what is the usage of it later. So I will move here and try to search. So, and again, we have a condition. If I keep incrementing the index until I reach the end of the array, which is the hash table array, then I have to put the index equal 0. Same like we have done before, if you can remember insert hash. Okay, and then we also have another if statement. This if statement say, if the number of searches exceed the length of the array, -1, then return -1. It means that if I already searched in all the array and I still cannot find the record key, it means that this record key does not exist here anywhere. Because again, this is a record key that is inserted by the user. The user say, search for me this record key inside this hash table. It can be found or it cannot be found. I mean, maybe the user put something wrong. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So I cannot keep searching forever. It doesn't make sense. So I have to return -1. Again, this is actually, this function exactly is built around a requirement in the exam question. So we have an exam question, and I build this function based on the requirement of the exam question. Okay. Later, I will show you the exact requirement in the question, and then how we build it like that. Okay. So the hash function, and the search hash, and the insert hash, all was part of a solution for exam question. Okay. So let me search here. So if you don't understand, then you have to really let me know. So now what we need to try now is that we would like to run and we would like to see the output. Let me see here if I go down. So again, this search hash, it will return whatever result will be stored here in found index, and then I will print found or not found. So let us try to run it, and then I enter two different type of values. So it's waiting for me for an input. I will try to, let me see here if I can. Yeah, it doesn't accept it. I need to write it my own, I think. Okay, so if I print 10, so it will say not found. Can you see? Because again, this is record keys stored inside the hash table. Okay, so 10 is not part of the keys here, so it doesn't accept it. We are searching a key. A key must be there from here, and when we are searching the key, we are searching it very fast, because we are not looping through the whole array. We are trying to get to the exact position of the index inside the array where we have this key, and we try to find it based on the hash function. Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay, so I will run again, and then I will try to put one of these. So I will try to put here 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so you see, it's telling me found. It means that this found index was it returned an index, and it doesn't return -1. Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, then let us move to another important topic. So that is this is the insert hash that I already explained to you. I will try to move also to linked list. Tell me first, are you in a are you in a condition that you are able to take more stuff, or you are saturated?
I think I'm saturated right now.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I will not take more stuff. I will just do you think you would like to have a look at a function that is required as part of one of the exam questions for classes, or you really cannot think anymore? If you cannot think, then we stop here.
No, we could do a function.
Okay, so okay. But no, but let me share with you the okay. So the question say that okay, there are 1,000 students at university. They will each require a printing account. Students, yeah, I forgot to tell you something. All the questions, the exercises that I provide to you is actually exam questions.
Okay.
Previous exam questions. So, so I mean, I'm not creating them. So you are measuring yourself against exam questions. So again, here, students need to buy a printing credit that will be added to their account. Each page printed uses 1 printing credit. Okay, so we have a printing account class that we need to create. we have 1,000 students at the university. They all need printing accounts, okay? And we need to store information about their account so that we are able to give them a possibility to print papers using a printing credit, okay? The university needs a software to keep track of the number of printing credits each student has in their account. The university has decided to implement the software using object-oriented programming. Okay?
Okay, yes.
Okay, so here he will give you, this is the content of, the class. This class is called print account. Okay, it have a first name, last name, print ID, and credits, and it have a constructor. So this is a variables. Okay, and it have some methods like get name, get print ID, set first name, set last name, set print ID, add credits, and remove credits. The most important thing that that we will have to create, actually we just will create the constructor and one or two methods here to focus on the important methods. And some of the methods here is actually quite easy. The really trick one, so you see here there is add credit method. He tell us some calculation, but this is a kind of a few if statements that that is not tricky at all. This, it can be done quite easy. The most important one that I would like to focus on after building the simple class is building a credit ID. This have some idea inside it. Okay, I will not go into so much deep details, not to make you saturated, but we will go and touch it to try to remove some of the complexity attached to it. Okay, so the first thing that we would like to do is that we create a print account. So I would like you with me, we go here to the code and we try to create a file here, print account class.vb. Okay, so tell me what should I write? I want you to I want to build the print account class. So what should I write? Class
print account.
Okay. Okay, what should I yes, what else?
And then the private attribute, so private.
Okay, we said we have first name, last name.
Yeah, first name as string.
We say first name as a string. Okay, and then we said
private last as string.
Okay, private. Let me see. We have. Let me see here. We have first name, last name, print ID, and credits. Print ID. Let me see. It is as what is as a string also.
Yeah.
And private. What should I write? Credits here. Let me see. Credits. Yeah.
As integer. Or?
Yes. As integer. Yes. Okay. So public sub, the constructor, right?
Yes.
New.
Sub new, and then.
Let me see what he takes. The constructor, it says that it assign initial values to the attributes. Let me see. Yeah. So the first name, last name, and print ID is a parameters of the constructor.
Okay.
So and this
the
is
credits is what?
credits is in credits. It have to be used. It have to be added using methods. So that's we have to build a method for that. So that is credits
Okay.
is initialized to 50. See, I got that information from here. If you see, first name parameter sent to constructor. Sorry. And here parameter sent to constructor, parameter sent to constructor. So this means that these three, we have to put it with the constructor. And then credits initialized to 50. You see here? And then we have, so credits, we see you have, we have add credits here. Okay, so that will add the whatever credit that we want to add to the private variable. So let us construct our okay, so we say first as string, right? And then last as a string, and then print ID also ID as a string.
First as
like that.
F. Yes.
And last equal L. And okay, ID.
Print so, ID equal to ID.
Then ID equal ID. Okay. So let me see what else. We have let's see. We will do get name and get print ID. So get name returns first name and last name concatenated with the space between them. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So tell me how to do that here. So if I say
so
public
function,
public
sub public function. Is
yeah,
it
function.
not a function?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. Okay.
Get name.
Get name.
And then first and last as parameters. Or we don't know. No, we don't need to put it.
Yes.
Because it's correct. In the class.
Yes, exactly. Yes. As string, right?
String.
So now how to return? Okay, now we need to return.
Yes.
First plus
and space.
Okay. But after this last, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then we have another one to get the print ID. So public function get print ID. Return print ID.
Print ID.
Okay, so are we done here? Can we create something to test the class?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say, get me that code. So print account. This is just to avoid confusion from the output side. I would say E. Okay, sorry, we have to stop here again, and yeah, we continue.
Okay.